perceiving yourself to be in the middle of two people because of your parents' marriage, whatever you might have ended up as a in-between communicator, distributor, being the connector, being in between in some way. And that might be actually not what you're here for. And that might be the shadow that is keeping you from living out yourself and having an independent experience in life. And that might be what you need the courage to break out of. And the way that you break out of it is not in the external world. It is by starting to perceive yourself as not being in between. And perceive yourself instead of perceiving other people. And instead of perceiving, if it's very concrete, the two people still in your mind, this might happen after, if you remember the trauma that put you stuck in that middle place. However, if it's very subconscious and from childhood, you might think that you are yourself, but really there's two, you're constantly recreating this experience of getting stuck between people in your life. Maybe you're going into relationships with unavailable people that you might even be engaging in cheating with people, so you become a third person in a two-people situation all the time. Maybe it happens with friends, maybe it happens at work, that you sort of end up in this position all the time where you don't get to be if you're not that person in between, because it's like people selling houses, they're just there to sell the house or lawyers, they're there to figure out how they can agree on something, but they're just the communication handler in some way, and the connector, and the one that is distributing the speaking time of others and stuff like that. But it's all about, in that position, where they have that position, it's about you saying, okay, now you can speak and go forward. Now you speak and go forward. So you're like at the backdrop, almost like if you were like playing with dolls, It's a way of having control, but it's not the way of expressing your full self, and it's not the way of becoming the star of your own life. Becoming the star of your own life means that you express yourself fully. You step out onto the stage of life, into the light of life yourself, where you control yourself, where you express yourself with your with your whole self, your body, your mind, your words, your thinking, your everything, your energy, your soul. And you free yourself from anybody who might want to control you in that moment, but also might, imagine that you step out on stage ready to do that, but then two other people steps up and they put you back into the position of you controlling them and put them forth. That's not going to happen anymore. Whoop, 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 whoop. Now it is you on the stage. It is you on the front. Nobody can put you back in that position where you are the backdrop handler of. You're not the manager. You manage yourself, yes, but you're not the manager of other people. They can manage themselves. They can speak all alone. They don't need you to manage anybody. They don't need you to connect. They don't need you for them to connect. You can just do you. You can do you all the way out. You can do you to the tip, to the point, out in the open, out in the bright lights, out on the stage, out however you want to be aligned in your own life. And you can keep on doing that because you don't allow anybody to put you in the position of being the manager to put them forth. You put yourself forth because you're the star of the show. You're the star of your own life. And this is how you work yourself out from a place of alignment and mentally aligning yourself from your own understanding, from your own mental alignment, from your own inner transformation. That is how you position yourself to not be the underdog anymore, to not work in the shadows anymore. This is how you step out into life and becoming the main character, becoming the main person in your life, and fully expressing yourself, fully allowing your whole expression. And when I say that, yes, that's true. It is a mental game. However, it is powerful to take the physical actions. When you align yourself and see yourself and perceive yourself as not being in between anybody, it becomes natural that you experience yourself in the world as not being in between anybody, and then you can step out into the world or onto the stage or whatever you want to step out into as you fully. It becomes that much more of a natural thing. Whereas if you just push your body and your physicality to be there on stage, but you mentally are trapped between two people and behind two other people or more people, you will have that experience show up for you in real life if you're a true creator that creates your reality and have that power, which if you are here, you probably are. I know for me that is what, like, my reality shows so fast what is going on in my energetic field, in my mental field, and in my emotional field. So it translates very quickly in my life, and that's why my way is just always to align myself and perceive how I want it to be and how I need it to be and how it is before it actually is, before it's a physical thing. And when I say that, it's not completely true, but it's actually not. Maybe I actually do need the physical first. Maybe I actually do need the physical. So when I say that is it mentally comes first, to align yourself, to perceive yourself as not being in between two people. That is very powerful because it makes you non-attached to physically not being between two people. So you can actually feel like you are the center of the show and the reality, and there's no that you are the main character while you are surrounded by people or in a setting where there are two other people. You can also choose to set yourself apart physically and leave that room with the two people and go outside and be all alone. I just really prefer the first version of it because it gives me power to not have it gives me power to have the ability to stay in situations and not be in a physical power struggle with my external environment, because that's just insufferable, and it's just not the way that I see. I like to see, like, I would align with this truth of not being in between anybody, perceiving myself as not being in between anybody, not being in between two, and from there also stepping out into the world and feeling like I'm not in between two. And that is why I can step out and be completely alone on a stage, for instance, or I can feel like I'm on a stage completely alone while I'm in a setting with more people, two or more people.